Good morning, everybody. Just after 7 o'clock, we welcome you in live to our first edition of our live Tee to Green shows here for 2026. We're live at Golf Dojo in the Southtowns, and we're happy to be with you here back for another year on WGR. Brian Colziel here with you, along with PGA Pro Jeff Meadis and some other guests from Golf Dojo we'll get to in just one moment. Kevin Sylvester is working PGA Tour Radio this week down at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We'll get to him later on in the show. Jeff Blank, part of our team, producing what we should be here on our video streams. We're live on X, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube at T2G Buffalo as well. And hopefully you're getting a chance to see us there as well. Jeff, good morning. Welcome back for another year.
Good morning. And they're picking us up in Rochester this year too, right? Yep. So it's good to be back. Love doing it. What is our 21st year of doing this, Brian? We figured out.
Yeah, 21st year, Tee to Green, Saturday mornings. And yes, we're on WGR 550, of course, in Buffalo again, and now 107.7 in Buffalo, 104.7 in Buffalo, and 950, the sports radio station out in Rochester as well. So welcome to all of our Rochester listeners as well. We're excited to be here. We know Rochester's a huge golf community, Jeff, so we're excited to be there too.
Yeah, very familiar. It's part of the Western Europe PGA, so we know all the people out there and the great golf courses. It is a great golf community, and so happy to have them on board with the Tee to Green show here.
And for the first show, normally, Jeff, you and I come in wearing like winter coats and hats. Right. Today, not any at all, which is great.
Rain jacket, though.
Yeah.
It was pouring this morning, but this is fun. It's going to be almost 70, rinsing out some of the mud and the dirt. You'll see a little bit of green. Everybody will think, the courses will be open soon, but we'll see. It's still March.
Yeah. If you're watching us on our live video stream here, we're inside bay number one. Yeah, we're inside bay number 1 here at the new Hamburg location, Southtowns location, Blaisdell location here, Golf Dojo. So we'll talk about that here in one moment. But our live stream presented by Golf Dojo, presented by Neutral, and presented by Donald Ross. So we're excited to have them as a part of our partners on our video stream. And then, of course, all of our normal partners on the radio. As I said, Kevin coming up later in the show from the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We'll get our PGA Tour leaderboard, Champions Tour report, LPGA report. We'll get Jeff's Western New York PGA tip of the week. All coming your way here on our 2026 live first edition of Tee to Green. All right, let's bring in our guests, Tom Coppola, Max Grundy from Golf Dojo. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Thanks so much for being here. We love kicking off the season, your season at Golf Dojo, as we are in kind of the heart of our season.
Yep, Max, well, thanks for having us back here for another year. Thanks for supporting the show and everything you guys do for golf in Western New York.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us again. We're thrilled to be hosting you here at our new Southtowns location.
Yeah, it's fun. Perfect day to have a place like this too, by the way. You're getting a little antsy. Yeah, it's time to start hitting some balls.
Yeah, the warmer temperature is supposed to be in the 60s today. People are going to be getting the golf itch, and I'm sure this place will be jamming. There's already people hitting in the bay next to us here, right? So you might be hearing some swings and some golf balls in the background. Let's start where we're at here. Max, new location, now up to 3 full locations. We've done shows before from your Transit Road location and Niagara Falls Boulevard, and now down here in the Southtowns. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, sure. So we knew that the Southtowns was going to be a hotbed for people being interested in playing golf. We looked at the demographics in the North Towns, the Southtowns. Are like, hey, we really need to give them something. There are no domes down here, and they need an opportunity to keep their golf game up throughout the winter. So we looked around, found a fantastic location here on Burke Parkway, and I think, and I'll let you guys attest to this, this may be our best one.
Yeah, every time you build one, it gets a little bit better. You take some knowledge from that, and this is a bigger, brighter space too because of the building. And there's 5 bays, and it's got the same Golf Dojo bays you've come to expect. But we use the IO systems now, so the new TrackMan system. If you could talk about that a little bit, so it's exciting.
Yeah, that's right. Each one, we've made some improvements. We think this is the best one yet, as you said. And the IOs are now, the TrackMan is above you. It is not on the floor. It doesn't get in the way of walking through the bay. But we've kept the bays still that really large size. And we think people are going to be able to come in, close the doors, and really enjoy their time here.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to enjoy this place. There's 560 golf courses or so. You can get all your data, your TrackMan data. You can go do the combine if you want to really work on your game and work on every shot. You could dial in your yardages, or you can just come in and play some games with the kids on the computer.
What I love now is that in Western New York, we have 16 bays that are open. We have 5 here on Burke Parkway, Niagara Falls, and of course our single bay at 1812 Tavern. So if you are a golfer in Western New York and you are looking to spend a Saturday morning with your buddies just to replicate what you do all summer, or you're looking to get better and grind here as we get towards the outdoor season, this is definitely the place to do it.
Yeah, and you had said, Max, that people are really finding this new location to be really enjoyable. So I know you had a huge hand in the build out of the other 2 locations here. What did you take? What did you learn? What feedback did you get from people coming in and some of your members that made this one your best one yet?
Yeah, sure. So when Tom and I went forward with this whole thing from the beginning, we knew we wanted to make large spaces. We knew we didn't want people to feel like they were in a box at all. But in this location, we've really taken that another step further. We have 25-foot ceilings here, so there's no way that you feel like that you're closed in. It's very bright, almost as if you're outdoors. We're really trying to replicate the outdoor experience indoors as best as we can, and we think that we've really gotten as close to that with this location as we have yet.
I said it when we were setting up here to Tom before. I'm like, these bays are wider, aren't they? And he said, no. But I said, because of the ceilings and the setup and everything, they definitely feel bigger than even the other 2.
That's right. And because we've changed the layout on the floor plan a little bit in terms of not having the TrackMan there, you have more space to feel like you can walk around. And then, of course, the cages that we're hitting into are higher than they've ever been. And, you know, golf is a vertical game, right?
Yep.
We want to see that ball fly up, and now you really can.
He mentioned TrackMan, Tom. Let's talk about your relationship with TrackMan, why you guys have made them one of your big partners here in having GolfDojo be successful.
TrackMan is the industry leader. They continue to improve their technology both on the hardware and the software end, and we've seen that over the course of our 3.5 years of doing this. We've seen them grow, and we've been able to grow with them. And so, like a lot of our partners, this is a journey that we're taking together, and it starts with TrackMan.
Yeah, Jeff, you obviously do a lot of lessons, and TrackMan gives you a lot of nice feedback. How are you able to use that to pass that along to the player you're working with to help them get their game better?
It'd be hard to teach without a TrackMan at this point because the data is so accurate. We always laugh, accurate, reliable feedback.
Yep.
And you manage that, and you also have cameras, and you take video, and you use the TrackMan's data, and it just gives you a chance to show improvement or show lack of improvement. So if you think you're doing something in your game, we can affect it, and then the data will show you how it's being affected, and then you translate that feel, and that's how you become a better player. You get accurate, reliable feedback while you're practicing. Hit shots, you know exactly how far you hit it, you know exactly how it curved, you know exactly what your club face was doing at impact and on the path and all these, the low point. There's a million things we can get, and that kind of information, you don't want to have too much information, but you combine that with some video and a proper PJ professional giving you a lesson. That's how you improve, and it's fun to watch people get excited about hitting much better golf shots.
If I'm coming in by myself and I'm not with you, you know these numbers, you know, hey, this is what I should be looking for. This is what we're trying to improve upon, lower this number, raise this number.
Correct.
What if I'm in there by myself? Like, what are maybe just a few things that people could be looking for? Even if they're coming here to Dojo today to swing, what should they be looking at?
You know, I hear people say a lot of times, well, we'll talk about club path, right? So I'm over the top. I'm over the top because they see the ball slicing. Well, you come in here and you take a look at your numbers and you see that your club path has a positive number if you're a right-handed golfer. Then, you know, your path is actually in and out, so it's not over the top. So then look at your face. So you can, the one I like to look at is, you know, face angle, face to path, because that's going to determine which way your ball's curving. And then if you have a negative path, you want to have a positive face. So if you're swinging a little left, you want the blade a little bit open. If you're swinging a little bit right, you want the blade a little bit closed. You don't want left, and you don't want right. And that's a simple way to get a little bit better by just using the TrackMan numbers.
And listening to Jeff talk about all of this, I think it really underscores the reason why you should come in and get a lesson with him, because while we can look at all of the data and say, okay, these are the things that I'm looking for, it's clear that if you have a professional that really understands it and can help you change it, you're going to have the best opportunity for success.
I was just thinking what I said probably made no sense to about 95% of the people. I thought about that after I said it. Yeah.
And you know, taking that even a step further back, just coming in here and hitting some balls, working with Jeff, I got to tell you, I step onto the course in the summer and there isn't that learning curve of rust that I have to knock off every year, right? I'm probably close to my top form of golf leading into this, you know, outdoor season because I've spent the time here swinging some clubs.
You know, I always thought as a competitive golfer, the off season was the best time to get better because you could come and make your changes away from the golf course and not worry about the repercussions or where the ball's going, or make your changes without having to do it on the golf course. So by the time you get out to the golf course in the spring, you've ingrained that move or you're comfortable with that change that you've made in your swing. You just go play.
And we all want to have fun playing golf. That's why we're doing it, right? But it is more fun when you're getting better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, golf's more fun when you play well.
That's
yes.
right.
It's still fun.
Live here at Golf Dojo, Southtown's locations, our 2026 live show, first edition, Tee to Green. Thanks for being with us here. Again, we're on WGR. We're on our live streams. Check out the video stream on T to G Buffalo, on X, on Instagram, on YouTube, as we will get to Kevin Sylvester later in the show from the Arnold Palmer Invitational, as we are here. Tom Capola, Max Grundy, co-owners of Golf Dojo. Let's talk a little bit about the membership setup for those that maybe just want to hear a little bit about that option. They can come in as a member of the public and sign up for an hour by hour at any point, Tom, correct? But they also can be a member, and that gets them some other added benefits.
So we have public hours at all of our locations from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m., which means that we can advance, anybody can book. And then we have membership levels that really are an entry point for every person or how they want to experience this. And this year we added an annual membership for $120 a year. You become a member, you have a priority booking window, so 10 days. You have access to our members bays, which are only for members at all of our locations. And of course, you have discounted hours all the time and 24-hour access, which people seem to love. And that's, as you can hear people playing right now.
Yeah.
Those are members that
Club
are
storage.
enjoying that benefit. And of course, Club Storage. Beyond the $120 annual membership, we also have a $20 a month membership if somebody just wants to try it out. And for those who are here all the time, we have a membership plus at $250 a month, which includes 8 hours in all that membership structure and a larger booking window. So we have an entry point for everybody. I think that it's been an important part of what we do, and it's clearly what the public wants.
And also, let me reiterate something that Tom shared earlier today, is that we have 16 bays across Western New York, right? And so when you become a member at, let's say, the Southtowns location, and for some reason it's full, you are still welcome to book as a member at our other location.
Or if you're bombing around town and want to jump in real quick,
that's right.
Hit balls at NFB or Transit. Yep.
Maybe you're meeting a friend that lives somewhere else. You meet in the middle at one of the locations, something like that. Right?
We have members that go to different places because of whether they're meeting friends or just because they want to have a different experience, and that's terrific, and that's really what we've been trying to build here in Western New York.
Yeah, one thing I'll add to the discussion too here. You talked about the size of the base here, Max, before. Coming here with a group of friends, like, it's manageable and it's doable and it works because of the size of the base.
Yeah, that's right. There are seats for 4, but not only is there a lot of space around that you can stand and put your clubs, but we also have set this up so that any of the bays that are adjacent to one another, you can open pocket doors, and suddenly you can have groups of 10 or more that are all enjoying golf together. And the TrackMan technology can handle 8 players per computer. So, I mean, if you have 16 guys and you don't mind standing next to each other, you can still fit that in each of the bays as well.
If you have 16, just make sure you book a lot of time.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the other thing is, we're not a bar, so we're not trying to sell you beers and stuff like that when you're here. This is just come in and play golf, close the doors, do whatever you want to do.
That's right. You're gonna
very private.
That's right. You're gonna have to bring your sustenance with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I had my high school golf team's party here.
That's right.
We opened it up. We opened the doors up, like you said. The boys were going back and forth in between, trying to see. We had a long drive contest, closest to the hole competition. We ordered pizzas. It was great. We really, really had a good time. Good transition. I know you guys are such great supporters of junior golf, high school golf. I know that's something that the initiative continues to go with here. Jeff, I don't know if you want to start with that. I mean, I know as a PGA member, what has the Western New York PGA has done for junior golf here over our time period of doing the show, like how it's grown, it's been tremendous. And for someone that has a 16-year-old boy who's also obsessed with golf, to see even through his lifespan, how when we started him out in golf through now, how the opportunities, like, they've multiplied quite a bit in terms of maybe what he has to or what is able to for him to get involved in.
Yeah, there's so many options out there for junior golf. And if you're into golf, that's what's great here is we try to do all those things. We run junior lessons. We're going to run a PGA Junior League in the fall. We have a veterans program, Hope, that we run out of here. There's first tee programs there's program after program. There's a women's beginner program. So, and with juniors, there's what you want to do is just make sure they have opportunity to do the things they want. There's multiple ways to step up and be into the game. You can either just learn the game. Now, if they want to get competitive, they can play on the Western New York PGA Junior League, Junior Tour. I'm sorry, there is the Western New York PGA Junior League. They can come in here and play games. Anything you can do to get your kid to have fun playing golf. And then if they want to get competitive, then those options are open to them. That mostly is through the Western New York PGA. Just reach out to their website and you'll see a tab that says juniors, and you'll see all the options that there are for juniors, including free clinics throughout the summer. And if you have questions about getting your kids involved with golf, just reach out to me. I know pretty much everything there is to know about golf in West New York, and I can get you set up in the right direction, maybe with the right clubs or the right program or the right coach.
From the outset of this, we wanted to be part of the golf community in Western New York. Relationships and in partnerships like this, and with all of the great organizations that Jeff talked about, really are something that we're proud of.
Yeah, and I know having those relationships, younger golfers, those are going to be your future members.
We sometimes talk about there's people here that are going to be golfing here in 2075.
Yeah.
And to us, that's just a wild concept to think about. But as you're saying, we are interested in having those high school teams come out, having the young players come out, because this is a great place to continue that practice. We're going to have Jeff working with a lot of the city physical education instructors coming up here in the near future, just trying to grow this game of golf across Western New York.
I love when I see the parents drop their kids off here, and the kids, they run in because they're so excited to start hitting some balls. The parents like, great, I'll be back in 2 hours. Yeah.
Imagine the golf lesson that Jeff has given in 2075.
That's
my
right.
gosh.
That's right.
I should be a better teacher by then. Yeah.
You get better all the time.
That's
Jeff.
what you hope. Yeah. You try to get better every year, right? Yeah.
All right, let's do it since we're talking about it.
Mhm.
Your daily advice for a parent of maybe an aspiring junior golfer here that, hey, you've got a youngster that you think you've taken him to the range a few times, they're really into it. Like, what are some of the things you would tell them for advice?
Well, first of all, parents trying to teach their kids to play can be difficult because a lot of times the parents don't understand the golf swing as well as they might think. So if you're telling them things like swing easy, keep your head down, left arm straight, those are, if you've listened to the show, those are my pet peeves. Get them a quick lesson or have them go through one of the junior programs. First of all, it's fun when kids get together with kids and they learn well in that kind of setting, or a quick lesson where they can just learn the fundamentals, the basic grip, the basic swing, the basic movement, and understand what makes the ball go in the air. Little things, and then go and let them be creative. Let the kids go play. Don't micromanage their game. If they want to try to hit a funny shot over a tree, go ahead and do it. Take tennis balls out in the yard and see if you can make them stop on the picnic table. Stuff like that. Just go out with a golf club and a ball, or maybe just make it fun. I always, especially with the younger kids, I always try to get them to quit just before they got tired, and then offer them let's go to the halfway house, or let's go get some ice cream or some whatever. So that they associate that with fun. And then the next time, they want to go out and do it again because they had so much fun hitting golf balls and then getting a nice ice cream. And plus, I like ice cream, so I'm always trying to do that.
That's the first time you worked with my son when he was probably 6, 7. I remember we were at Transit Valley. We had him at the range, and you were only maybe there 20 minutes. You took him out to play the 10th hole, and then you threw a ball in the bunker, and you're like, go in there. And he was trying to hit it out of the sand and everything.
He had no chance.
Yeah. And then he took it off, or you took him back out, and we went and got ice cream. And then when we got back in the car on the way home, and he's like, Dad, I wanted to play more holes. And I was like, okay, we got him, right?
Yep.
That's kind of what you're thinking about,
and
right?
we do the same thing here with the games. Like, let's see
Yeah.
if you can hit that. Let's see if you can bust that. Let's see if you can hit that train in the back. So there's games you can play with the kids too when they're younger. So golf's supposed to be fun, but it is a little more fun if they understand the basic motion and they're not having their parents tell them, you should have swung easier, should have kept your head down, keep your left arm straight, you got to concentrate harder. All those things.
That's one thing I've learned from you telling my high school golfers is for me to not make a comment after every swing. Like, it's just
It's the worst.
unnecessary, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Or when you're teaching your wife. It's the same thing. Don't micromanage. Just let them go play, and kids will figure it out. Kids are great learners. Another tip I like is if you keep golf on in the background, you don't have to have the volume. Kids are wonderful at mimicry. So I remember my kids could mimic Tiger swing, and they could mimic John Daly's swing, and they could mimic Jim Furyk's swing. So all the unique swings when they were 8, 9, they could make the funny swings like that, and that's how you get better. If you can mimic, and kids are great at learning that stuff. So get them off on the right foot with a lesson or two, and find a PGA pro. Don't just go to somebody who's hanging a shingle somewhere. Find one that's had some experience and works with juniors on a regular basis.
And I'm gonna, I couldn't, advocate for Jeff enough in terms of this. I have, in many points in my life, found myself tough to coach because I want to figure it out myself and I don't want to be told what to do. And I got to tell you that the lessons I've had with Jeff have really changed how not only I understand being a learner and taking coaching, but the way in which he approaches it, whether you're a kid or an adult learner, or you're good at golf and you just like to, incrementally get better. I mean, I always think about, I overthought my swing so much, and Jeff always just tells me, just be an athlete, swing the club, and we'll sort that out afterward. And it really helped me get over this fear of coaching. And so definitely, if you are considering getting a lesson, whether for a kid or yourself or a partner, you definitely set one up with him.
You take what someone does well and you work with it. You don't, and you can't, and you have to make it simple. Golf is a simple game. Once you understand the physics and the concepts, it's very, very simple. It's just, how do we get there? What's the feeling? What's a drill? I love drills, because any sport, any tennis, I bet you have a ton of drills. Yeah. Golf, I'm always doing. Hockey players are doing drills. Basketball players do drills. Golfers need to do drills too. They help you get better, and it's supposed to be fun. Yeah, you're supposed to get better. Yeah, golf's a fun game.
Tom, how can people sign? Jeff's too humble to brag. How can you want to sign up with the best instructor in Western New York? How do you do it?
Yeah, all of the great information that we're talking about here is available at mygolfdojo.com. So you can go to our website, mygolfdojo.com, or you can email Jeff directly at jeff@mygolfdojo.com to begin that conversation and take the journey of getting some time with him.
Before we let you guys go, I know this location is great. You guys are excited about this new one here. It's jamming. It's just phenomenal. The space is it's great. For those of you watching on the video stream, you're seeing it like the camera. Well, I'll do a little video after the show's over just to show you just what these new spaces are like. However, there could be even more to come here, and more expansion and possible ways that others can get involved with franchising.
Yeah, that's totally right. We're really excited to announce really that we're beginning an opportunity for people who love golf, people who want to be involved, to get franchises, full facilities. We're thrilled that you're in Rochester now, because we think that's going to be a next location that we'd like to move. And so if you're out there listening, you're interested in doing some franchising, please, by all means, go onto our website, mygolfdojo.com. There's a franchise tab. Fill out that questionnaire, and you're going to hear back from me or from Tom. We are still very hands-on in terms of running this business and want to grow this. And there's other opportunities as well.
Yeah, the other thing too is as we have demonstrated at 1812 Tavern, we have the capacity to do single bay or maybe 2-bay leases for folks that want to collaborate with us. And so if you have a business and you're thinking, man, I really like the idea of a golf simulator, but it's a little bit daunting for me, please give us a call so that we can maybe work together on that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a golf-only facility to be involved. Like a restaurant, tavern, pub, like what a cool spot to have a golf simulator.
Absolutely. We look forward to those kind of partnerships going forward here too, and continuing to grow our brand, grow inside of the game and the partnerships that we've built.
Yeah, it's a proven model too.
Yeah, it's worked really well. Well, Tom and Max, thank you for everything you do to help grow the game here of golf in Western New York. We know that's our mission here with Tee to Green. So keep up the good work, and we'll be checking out your swings here at 8:01 when the show's over. So get loose.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom and Max from Golf Dojo. We will take our first break. When we come back here on Tee to Green, we'll get Jeff's Western New York PGA tip of the week. You might be excited that the weather is a little better here in Western New York. So going to get some swings in at Dojo this weekend. Jeff will give you some tips on how to get yourself back in the game. PGA Tour leaderboard, Champions Tour report, LPGA report, Jeff's tip of the week, Kevin live at the Arnold Palmer Invitational down in Orlando. That's all coming your way here on our season debut show live at Golf Dojo, Southtown's location. We're back on WGR on Tee to Green right after this timeout. Get us back. Welcome back, Tee to Green, our second segment here on our first show of 2026. If you're listening on WGR, whether you're on 550, 1077, 1047, or 950 in Rochester, we want to welcome all of you into our show. We're with you now every Saturday morning. Set your tee time, a.m., all the way through Labor Day weekend. So literally, we're taking you right to the Bills season. So
That's our job.
That's our job. We're here. We're here to get you back to Bills season. I'm going to be maybe having a longer Sabre season this year, Jeff.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit more fun than it has been for the last 14 years. How long you been doing the show, Brian?
This will, let's see, I took over in 07, 08. So
Okay.
this is my 19th season hosting the Sabres.
Yeah, you haven't seen playoffs in a bit. You're going to this year.
We're going to. Yeah, there are a lot of the analytics sites have the Sabres. Like the other day I saw it was 97% to make the playoffs or 98%. Their actual odds, this is one, somebody sent me this, I thought it was a good stat. Their odds to win the Stanley Cup right now is higher than it is to miss the playoffs.
Because of the conference or the division.
Yeah, I never would have saw this coming. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah,
I know. So any couple of trades to get some depth.
Yeah,
but it's going to be the lineup as it is going forward. So,
and I like that lineup. Yep.
Yeah. And 2 games this weekend, both home tonight, Nashville.
Different times too.
Yeah.
Yep.
5:30 today against Nashville, and then 6:00 tomorrow against Tampa.
Love it.
And tied with Tampa tomorrow's game. I mean, depending on how tonight plays out, tomorrow a win could push them into solo first.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Who'd have thought in December 1st, this is where we'd be. I was getting ready to cancel my cable because I was done watching the Sabres. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been a blast. So I've been getting a lot of your sentiment. So I appreciate everybody saying, Brian, it's got to be so much better for you. And the answer, yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I'm hearing your voice.
I'm more excited for Brian than I am for the actual.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, I appreciate
I'm
that. PGA Pro, Jeff Blank. Jeff Blank has joined us. Yes, Jeff knows a lot too. Jeff Blank,
Yeah, sure.
Jeff Meadis, Brian Koziel. Thanks to Tom Capola and Max Grundy for joining us last segment again. So if you're listening Buffalo on WGR, Rochester on WGR, or on our video stream, we're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube at T2G Buffalo. We want to thank our presenting sponsors for our show, Western New York PGA, Woods to Wedges, Custom Turf, Michelob Ultra, GolfDojo, and our home clubs, Pendleton Creek Golf Club, Lancaster Country Club. They're all back, part of our show. And then our video stream this year, presented by Donald Ross Clothing. We're all wearing it. Looks so good. Love it. Neutral. Looking forward to having them be a part of it. A new drink, Keep It Tasty Buffalo, their tagline. We're excited for them. And, of course, GolfDojo, too, part of our video stream. And now, time for our Western New York PGA Tip of the Week. As you heard there coming out of break, we got to get our body and our swing back to being golf ready, Jeff. I'd like to say that everybody listening that's a golfer has been practicing all winter, but maybe there's a few that haven't swung.
Got to find the clubs.
Haven't swung in a few months here, but going to be 60s today. People are going to be going to dojos and getting their swings in. So how do we get golf ready here? Because we might be outside in a few weeks.
You know, I like to refer back when I was a kid, I learned this, and Jack Nicklaus always went and got a lesson in the spring, no matter what. First of all, you should get a lesson, just a quick tune-up lesson, because the things we're going to talk about, you want to have someone that knows what they're doing take a look at you. This is a great time to work on your fundamentals, first and foremost. Check your grip. Because over the year, sometimes your grip tends to slip a little weak, a little strong. Maybe your hands aren't on the club right. Something simple like a grip change. It feels so really awkward in the beginning, but after you've done it, or you can sit at home and check your grip and re-grip the club while you're watching golf on TV or watch a Sabres game, and just constantly checking your grip to make sure it's good. You could also work on your posture. I see a lot of people come in with bad posture or a bad setup, and that affects everything else. So if my butt's a little too low, I have to react. If I'm too far away from the ball or too close to the ball, my swing path will be different on the way back, and then there'll be a reaction. Ball position's too far back, I hang on my back foot, I start hitting it fat, I start bottoming out, I start blading it. So little things like grip, setup, alignment, posture, and then try to get your body moving. Create speed. You haven't created speed in a while. You need to start practicing to hit it fast again. When you practice, sometimes you want to take a bunch of swings this time of year and just swing as fast as you can, especially indoors. It doesn't matter. Get warmed up, then try to create as much speed. If you don't ever practice creating speed, you will never create speed. And what I like to do here is, set a goal for someone. Hey, you're coming in with 100 miles an hour. Let's get that club head speed up to 105. 2 yards a shot or a mile per hour or whatever. Hey, we just added 10, 15 yards to your drive, just like that. And this is great to make your game better and walk into the season with a lot more confidence.
Yeah, and I like what Jeff said there about the grip being the first part. If you look at Scotty Scheffler, world number 1, that's the first thing he does on the practice range.
Mhm.
He actually has, and I'm curious if you recommend this as well, those kind of grip that set your the pre, yeah.
I like the preformed ones. I don't like the ones that slip over the grip, because if you don't align those perfectly, then you're messing up your grip. So the ones with the preformed grips, those are great. If you could buy a preformed grip and have a PGA Pro put it on for you so it's aligned right, that's a great thing. You cut it down. I have a 6-iron I cut down at home, so I keep it next to the couch when I want to check my grip, and then the club faces, I can check my hands next to the club face and see that it's square, and I can make practice swings in smaller places.
Yeah, so it's kind of rubber molded grips. You can probably get them for $10 on Amazon.
Yeah, but don't put it on yourself.
So there you go.
Yeah, because they're tough to align and they twist when you put them on sometimes. So, and you want to have your grip in the right position. And it's hard. It's a visual medium, and we're on radio, but you want to have your hands working together.
You're on video too.
Yeah, that's right. You want your palms facing each other in the grip, and you want, if I was a right-handed golfer, I want the lines off my thumb and forefinger parallel, and they're both pointing at my right shoulder. So your knuckles are actually on top. What I see people is they put their thumbs on top of the golf club. That's never good. So start there. If you look at your grip and the thumbs are on top, we need to fix your grip.
Another reason to watch the video stream, you can see Jeff. You can see that pretty clearly what he's doing out there.
Yes.
Exactly.
I use my hands when I talk. Yes.
Very good. Jeff's tip of the week brought to you by the West New York PGA. Hey, if you want to sign up your junior for golf, the junior tour is now open for registration. They've got their events in April and May open. Go to westernnewyork.pga.com to get them signed up for that. Also, PGA Junior Leagues are starting to form. Mm-hmm. If you don't belong somewhere, there are public courses as well that are offering that. So they'll have all that on their website. Again, westernnewyork.pga.com.
And that's great. And your kid doesn't have to be good to do these things. You don't have to be good to play on the PGA Junior Tour. You can still go out and have fun and play. PGA Junior Leagues.
That's the best spot too.
Fun. Yeah, that's
it's a 2-man scramble format. It's really, really low pressure. It's a great spot if your son or daughter wants to play competitively, or in some sense competitively, but have fun. That's the perfect spot to start.
Because it's a team. It's a team instead of an individual in that case. And I don't know any kids that don't enjoy that league. They all love playing golf in that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be at the Western New York PGA Studios next week, or at the headquarters at Glen Oak, to talk to them and Victoria Shire, the executive director, and their staff about more on junior golf and things like that. So next week, if you want to hear more about junior golf opportunities in Western New York, make sure you're tuning in next Saturday at 7.
Yeah, that's pretty much a resource for any golf questions, the Western New York PGA.
That's right. All right, we will get to our PGA Tour Leaderboard, Champions Tour Report, and LPGA Report coming up here in a few minutes when we go to Kevin Sylvester in Orlando at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. But how about just a couple of quick headlines here from the PGA Tour season so far? Jeff Blank, let's start with you. Of course, Scotty Scheffler coming off of another dominating year. The storyline for him early on, Jeff, has been kind of round 1 struggles, and then he just gets back to being Scotty in round 2, 3, and 4. Sometimes it's enough to come back to win. Sometimes he's fallen just a hair short, but it's made some really interesting charges on Sunday that has kind of given us some good drama in some of these early tournaments.
Yeah, do you think he's just spotting the field strokes at this point to see, how good am I really to catch? I mean, he's also almost getting there. I mean, a couple of the tournaments, he's certainly finished top 5. He had a streak of, what was it? I'm going to misquote it. Maybe 18 straight top 10s that did get snapped recently, but unbelievable performance from Scheffler. But he's not winning yet. He did win, I think, 1 so far. But it's been a very
just one.
Yeah, it's a down year for him. But yeah, I think the opening rounds have really killed him so far at the start of the year. We'll say.
What do you think about the kind of his season so far? The first round woes, and then really turning it back to normal.
It makes it entertaining. Instead of him leading by 8, I'm going into the final round, and it's over. But this is when, to me, when golf real. I mean, Bay Hill this week, right? So. The players next week, golf season is rolling, and they're trying to get themselves in peak shape for now, right? Those early seasons are professional events. But this is now we're starting to get a championship season. Yeah, we got the players, we got Bay Hill. You want to win that. The PGAs will be coming up before we know it. So it's we're in golf season, as we know. That's why we're doing the radio show. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great TV. I know this weekend I'm sure I'll watch as much as I can of Bay Hill and the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and then next week's the players. And as we always say, why did the Masters work so well? For a variety of reasons, but one big reason is everybody knows the course.
Right.
And Sawgrass is a course now that probably you could put right behind Augusta, right? Maybe right with Pebble in terms of like people's familiarity, especially the finish of that. Jeff, at Sawgrass, people know the course. When they know the course, they tend to kind of know how the tournament plays out, and it makes it a little bit more exciting.
It does, yeah. I played it too, so and then you've watched it for so many years, so you know exactly where this player is. You know what this putt's going to do. You know what's going on 16. You know 15. You know all the holes, and it and you realize all the history that goes with the holes too, which makes it fun. Like you say, we know everything at Augusta. We know the history at the Players Championship too.
Yeah, 16, 17, 18 might be my favorite finish in terms of Sawgrass. You know, like Jeff saying, you know where the pin's is going to be on 17 each year.
Can't miss
we
it
always
there.
love when it's on that right side and there's a really flirting with the water, but yeah, it's a spectacular finish.
It is. If you were going to draw up, like, what do you want your finish to be? Well, you have this very scoreable par 5 with a little danger too, because there is water and bunkers around the green, but you could have opportunity for eagle possibly.
And we've seen it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you have maybe two of the most mentally challenging shots in golf, even though they might be hitting a pitching wedge on 17 with wind and where's the pin and all that sort of stuff. And then the tee shot on 18, Jeff, is I got to think
that's one of the toughest 18th hole tee shots in golf. I mean, I can't imagine a harder shot trying to nail down a championship. You know, you can't really miss it right there. Water left, obviously, trying to hit the fairway there. Now they hit it so far now that they don't have to hit a driver also. So
that is true.
They can get it in play a little bit easier, but still the tension and just one little unconfident, not very confident swing. Conjugated that wrong.
And how many times do you see players bail to the right on 18? I mean, everybody's over there.
Probably what I would do.
And like Jeff, I have played it, and yeah, I mean, the impossible shots at some time. I mean, they make it look easy, but possible shots.
Yeah, but it's fun, and and that's a course that hasn't had a lot of changes to it.
Yeah,
like Augusta's been changed 100 times, but that course, since its design, is basically the same.
Yeah, next week, players 5th major if you want it. Scheffler right now is the favorite, plus 340. The second favorite is McIlroy, and then Tommy Fleetwood, who's been having a good season so far here at plus 2,000. He is the third betting odds favorite. One thing before we take a break here, Brooks Koepka's returned to the PGA Tour. He's had some ups and downs, putting woes, definitely so far, Jeff Blank.
Well, I'm going to go right to equipment. So he has now switched to a mallet. I think one of the TaylorMade mallets there. So he putted well, I would say earlier this week and into his last event as well. So I think he's starting to get familiar with it. Kind of like Scotty Scheffler. Like, hey, you should probably go to a mallet. Took him a little bit of time, and then
his ball striking's been his stats on his ball striking.
So. Just
so.
Yeah, enough to make the cut, I think, is what he's doing. But even he said in an interview that that's not why he's out here, to make cuts. If that's going to be his goal, he's probably going to hang it up. But yeah, he's starting to get hot with the putter a little bit.
And to me, that correlates to he came from that tour playing there for years where it's less competitive.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be as good every week. He might be able to get up for the majors, but week to week playing at a PGA Tour level is way different than week to week playing on Live.
You've always been a Koepka fan. Just having him back, though, on the tour definitely is a step, I think, a step of, just of what we're all wanting. We want to see the best players play together as much as possible.
Yeah, don't you want to see Brooks Koepka going down 18 on Bay Hill, tied for the lead, or at Sawgrass next week on number 17, trying to make a birdie to get he makes golf more exciting and more fun because he's so good at it.
Absolutely. Okay, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Kevin Sylvester is there live, part of our team. He's there this week for PGA Tour Radio, so we'll get a live update from there, from the Arnold Palmer Invitational in Orlando. We're live at GolfDojo, our South Downs location, mygolfdojo.com to book a time, membership information, franchise information, to book a lesson there with Jeff Meadis. We'd encourage you to do so. Back to GolfDojo in a moment with PGA Pro Jeff Meadis Along with Jeff Blank, I'm Brian Colziel, Evan DePasquale producing back at our Amherst studios. Tee to Green from Golf Dojo returns right after this. Welcome back live to Golf Dojo, the Southtowns location, our first live show on site of the season here. Brian Colziel, PGA Pro, Jeff Meadis, Jeff Blank, all here inside bay number 1, mygolfdojo.com to get yourself a booking time here. All right, the Arnold Palmer Invitational here as we get to our PGA Tour leaderboard. Daniel Berger off to a great start. He's got a 5-shot lead on Akshay Bhatia. And some monster names at -7, including Colin Morikawa, who is 6 back. We'll get a full report here coming up with our Kevin Sylvester in just one moment.
And your Champions Tour report is brought to you by Donald Ross Sportswear, your hometown premium golf apparel company. Find us in your local pro shop or online at donaldross.com. And this week's event is the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational at the Old Course. And it's George McNeil, Ricardo Gonzalez, and Stuart Sink tied at -5 for the lead.
All right, LPGA leaderboard brought to you by Neutral. Keep it tasty, Buffalo. And the LPGA is in China this week. The Blue Bay LPGA with MH Lee carrying a 3-stroke lead at -12 over HJ Choi and Yu Lu.
All right, good updates there. Again, thanks for everybody supporting our leaderboards, including Neutral. We welcome them now as part of our partners here on Tee to Green. All right, let's bring in now Kevin Sylvester. He's in Orlando for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Kevin, good morning.
Morning, fellas.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm enjoying the air conditioning.
Yes.
It has been hot. Typical Buffalo guy, right? It's been cold all winter and it gets too hot.
And that's what you start
Starts
off
complaining.
with.
That's
What
right.
you start
I
off
love
with,
it. I
Kev.
love
Huh?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just throw it at us.
Well, Kevin, I just mentioned Daniel Berger has got a healthy lead here. 5 shots on Akshay Bhatia. What have you seen from him for the first 2 days? What has he been saying about why he's been playing so well?
Well, he's injury free, right? I mean, he took so much time to come back from a back injury, almost a year and a half. And then last year at the BMW, a club got stuck in the ground on a wedge shot and he broke a finger, and it was the knuckle. And so it took 3 months to recover from that. And he's always been a good putter, in my estimation. And he has putted great. And, you can say that about anybody who leads any single week. However, these greens are so firm. So many times shots aren't even making marks on the greens. Matter of fact, Ricky Fowler on the back of 17, it was 205 yards, and he kept looking for the mark, and he was just coming off. I said, well, if you want to know where it landed for distance, I said, it was about 15 feet left. I said, I know you're looking for the mark. He goes, we're not marking these. We're making bruises. It's all defense out here right now. They're so firm.
Yeah, and it's interesting with Daniel Berger. You mentioned his putting. He's 3rd in strokes gained in the field right now in putting. But what have you historically seen in his iron play? Because he's 1st in strokes gained approach, which is a great combination between putting and approach.
I mean, he's just always been a solid player. He won 3 times on tour. It might be 4. But he's one of those players that's just kind of on the next level when he's at the top of his game, right? We've got the Schefflers, the McIlroys, the Morikawas, and then Berger was always on that next level until injury derailed him. And it's great to see that he's back. He's got a great caddy on his bag in Josh Castles, who waited for him. So that, and he's got a good sense of humor, by the way. If you look up his Wikipedia, and I don't know if it still says this, but it said that his grandmother, Cookie Berger, who's in the Greater Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame. Well, I asked him about that a couple of years ago. He's like, no, it's not true. That's not my grandmother. So, everything on Wikipedia is not true.
All right, good to know. Kevin, let's talk about Scotty Scheffler. He's tied for 15th, -3. We were talking last segment about how the story of his season has really been him getting out of the gate slow and then making these miraculous charges. He actually even was able to come back and win one time doing it. A little better start here. He goes 70, 71, -3. In terms of where he is to second place, he's only 5 back. That's manageable, but he's got to get 10 to get all the way to Berger. So, probably for a lot of these guys, they're going to need a little help from Berger to come back. But just on Scheffler, his year so far, and maybe just what you've seen from him through the weekends or through the week so far there.
Well, yeah, it's been last year he led the tour in scoring for each round. First round scoring, second round, third round, fourth round, right? He's not doing it this year in the first round, and he's put himself behind the 8 ball. He still won this year, and he has 2 other top 5s, right? And, everybody's asking about it. I think he's getting frustrated being asked about it. It's a small sample size, so he's not too concerned, but I will tell you, following the 2 days, he's angry. And if you saw yesterday what happened on the 18th hole where he made a bogey and chucked the ball into the water, and it's the most angry I've ever seen Scotty Scheffler on the golf course. And I think he wanted to keep it less than 10 digits from the lead. He knew that, but I think he's just also angry that he hit a shot. He hit a perfect shot into 18, landed where he wanted to, and it skipped off the green, which led to the bogey because of how firm and fast the 18th green is. So I think he's frustrated, and he's just off a bit, but he's so darn good that he still puts himself in position.
Kevin, last thing for you here. Bay Hill, a course that we know on a regular basis, hosts this event, the connection with Arnold Palmer. As people watch and listen to the coverage this weekend, how about just something from the course this week that you think would be interesting for people to watch out for?
Well, I mean, number one, the rough is so thick. I mean, it is just lush. It's 4 inches thick. There's Arnold Palmer signatures everywhere. The umbrellas everywhere. The neighborhood embraces it. It is just a fantastic a place. The thing they changed, by the way, close to the mown areas around the greens. It used to be thick rough right up to the collar of the green. There are several, like hole 10, hole 11, where you'll notice more runoff areas, and I think that's proving some difficulties for players.
Okay, good stuff there. Kevin, we appreciate it. We will talk to you next week. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll listen for you on PGA Tour live coverage on the radio.
Yeah, keep some sunblock.
You got it,
Kev. Yeah, it's early in the year.
I needed to reapply yesterday. I missed that opportunity.
Good.
All right, load up today. Thanks, Kev. Talk to you next week.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin Sylvester on the scene. He'll be working the players next week, so we'll get a live report from Sawgrass.
Best job in the world. Yes, he's got a nice one.
Gets to walk the best golf courses
With the best players and watch them play at their best.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good.
As you said, mimicking players, like getting, no matter what age you're at, watching the best players in the world hit golf balls. It only can help, right?
And
it can
gets
only help our
he's
own
in the
game.
final groups and stuff like. Yeah, it's nice. Nice job.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's good at it.
Yeah, no, I think this tournament itself, it being an elevated event, we're getting obviously a lot of big names here. But what's one name, Jeff Blank, maybe you think has a chance to win if I take Berger off the board? He's got a big lead, so I mean he definitely is still the favorite here. But who else who's the one name you might?
Probably Morikawa.
Yeah, he's
Right
had a good start to this year.
Yeah, his numbers
he
are good
broke
too.
his drought. His numbers are good.
Yep.
Yeah, he also switched putters. So
You're a big fan of switching putters.
that's my gig.
Absolutely. All right. We want to put a wrap here on our opening show for 2026. Thanks again to Tom Capola, Max Grundy from Golf Dojo, mygolfdojo.com for lessons, tee times to book, bays, for membership opportunities, franchise opportunities. Check it all there, mygolfdojo.com. Jeff and Jeff, have a great week. Thanks for
you too.
being a part of show number 1.
Yeah, some lessons in a fitting today. It's that time of year. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeff Blank, Jeff Meadus. I'm Brian Coleshill. Green every Saturday right here on WGR.